Hey guys, RCT3 Crashes 100 here, and after my last video, I thought now was the time to make a very quick video, what will probably actually be quite a long video now that I think about it, about the state of my gold stack. So, as I'm sure you guys will be aware if you've been following the channel, I have been collecting gold now for about 4 years, and while it's obviously nowhere near as much as the silver I do have enough here that I can actually show it all off in one go. We have a mix here of US and UK gold, and I guess what better place to start than to bring back the latest addition to the stack. We'll start with the US and then we'll move on to the UK. This is, of course, my 1851 Philadelphia Type 1 gold dollar, featuring the very pretty obverse here by James B. Longacre. Yep, I got that right. I thought for a second, wait, was that John or James? No, it's James B. Longacre, who actually did the obverse designs for all three types of these coins. And something I realised I didn't do in the video that I've just made of it, that I thought would be quite fun, would be to compare it with a Morgan dollar, because throughout the time these coins circulated, they were actually circulating concurrently with the silver dollar designs at the time. So that was Seated Liberty dollars, then trade dollars, then Morgan dollars, in the last couple of years of their production, sort of up until 1889. So, might as well bring in the Morgan to compare it. This is, of course, my 1884 New Orleans Morgan in MS63 that I actually got, not at the job before my last job, but the job before that. I purchased it during my tenure there from APMEX. It was in one of my slab extravaganza videos, I guess. And you can really see why these coins are nicknamed cartwheels, not just for the cartwheel effect, but these are huge. Two different depictions of Liberty here. Of course, we have Arthur Morgan's iconic depiction of Liberty here as well. And I think they complement each other really, really well. You never know, that might actually be the thumbnail. And if you're wondering why I've got a plaster on my hand, I cut myself, only a minor cut, just a little graze, but I felt you guys probably don't want to be looking at a scab on my hand while I'm working with these coins. So let's move these aside here. I'm going to put my Morgan back in the NGC box just so it doesn't get confused with the other stuff. That can go back over here. Actually, that can go into its paper box. I just remembered which one I'm actually holding, because the box that Morgan is in is actually the one I'm working on filling at the minute. I've been doing a bit of reorganisation, so we will quickly just put this back on the shelf, because that is where it needs to go for now. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to be putting that another coin in there in a minute, but we won't do that until the video's over. So I might as well bring in the last graded gold coin I have from the States, and indeed the last gold coin from America I have at this time. It is, of course, my first Gold Eagle, a 10th ouncer from last year. Again, I got this from APMEX. It's got first day of issue on it. I would have preferred if they actually had the label with the Gold Eagle elements on it instead of the Silver Eagle, but I guess it's alright. At least it looks in common with the Silver Eagles when I purchase it. And again, just to compare it with its size, if I were to... autofocus, please. If I were to compare the Gold Eagle to an existing US coin, it's closest in size, or this 10th ounce at least, to a dime. This is even smaller than a dime, as I'm sure you guys can make out, which is kind of fun. So, yeah, of course, we have St. Gordon's iconic design of Liberty on the front here. Really nice, pretty Art Deco design. Very cool. And on the reverse here, we have the design for an eagle's head, which is a Type 2 design, because, of course, previously it had two eagles on a nest, which I thought was quite nice, but actually I kind of prefer this one. It's really quite cool. So we're going to zoom out there. And at the very end of this video as well, I'm going to go into some brief discussions on where I would like my stack to go from here, and also maybe what I'm going to be working towards through the remainder of this year while I continue to look for employment. Because I do have a goal of something I've always wanted to do, which I would like to move towards. So of course, next up here we have the 1911 half sovereign. This was the first coin, first gold coin I actually added to my collection, and for some reason the video of it is actually ridiculously popular. We have Benedetto Pestrucci's design here of St. George and the Dragon, of course, and this being a 1911 issue, I can hold this in my hand as well because it's circulated. We have George V, which is kind of cool. It's funny how many comments I have to delete about people asking me, am I selling it, or, like, presumably trying to scam me into giving this coin away, but I'm smarter than that. You're going to have to try harder than that to get me to give away my gold. So, we're going to put that back in its case. There we go. Nice click there from its little third-party case. I believe I got it from Chard's. So next up here we have, in this really nice retro wooden case, this is my 1996 full sovereign in proof condition. I'm still debating on whether I should actually get this coin graded, because apparently the mid-90s were kind of a weak time for sovereigns, especially half sovereigns, and not many of them actually made it into grading. So that could be worth looking at. I don't think 1996 is a key date like it is with Silver Eagles, but I'll have to look into that before I make a decision on it. So again, Benedetto Pestrucci's portrait here, or design, and we have Machin's portrait. I think I pronounced that correctly. We have Machin's portrait of no wait, sorry, we have Macluff's portrait of Elizabeth II. Don't know where I got Machin from, that's odd. So we'll put that back in its case too. And it does have the COA of it, and it is number 36, as I'm sure you guys are aware if you watched the video I originally showcased this in. So I actually got this coin at my graduation from my master's degree, and never made a video about it for some reason until last year, which was kind of funny. I think the pandemic just made me forget or something. So we'll put that to one side. So before we continue with the sovereigns, I'm going to showcase some fractionals. So again, these are ones I've shown already. I can't remember if I actually showed this one because I don't think I had it in hand when I made the video on it. These are gold 5p, a new thing by the Royal Mint this year. They are absolutely tiny, but as you can see, they are actually in proof condition. This one is modelled after the Britannia and Liberty coin, which I showed in a video a couple of videos back in silver. Again, this is a coin which I am debating actually sending off to be graded, not because of anything special about it. It's by no means a rare coin, but I haven't found any in the registry yet, and I think that could be a good opportunity to get something unusual in there that hasn't been seen before. So I'm still deciding on what to do with that one. And the same goes for these other two ones here, which I'm just going to show. I showed these off in a video, I know I did. It is the 200 Years the RNLI and the Lunar Dragon coin. God, the autofocus on this thing is horrible, can I just say. I think the exposure's throwing it off. So we'll move those to one side. And next up is the first proof sovereign I owned. This is again one which I've shown in videos before. I'm going to take it out of its little walnut case here. We'll put that to one side. It is, of course, the 2020 half sovereign in proof condition with the, I think it's the George III cipher on it. I need to double check. I'm doing this very much on the fly, as you can imagine, because I have only limited space on my camera. So again, Benedetto Pestrucci's St. George and the Dragon on the reverse. And we have Jody Clark's obverse of Elizabeth II. Very, very nice, very clean, very pretty. I think I might as well actually, before I go into that there as it gets stuck, oops. Before I go into showing more of these coins, I might as well head to the graded ones, because why not? So these next three coins are from when I had that gold binge last year, I guess. First of all, of course, we have the MS61 half sovereign from 1900. Again, I really do prefer the colour of these coins. to the rose gold colour on the newer ones. So if I show this in comparison here with the gold dollar as well, you can see sort of again the size comparison. It's kind of funny that the half sovereign has a face value of only 50 pence in gold, literally half a sovereign, which was a pound coin. The composition of this is slightly different though. It's actually 90% gold, 10% copper. Just imagine a 90% silver coin but replace the silver with gold. Whereas this, of course, is 91.66% gold because it is the crown gold alloy, which coincidentally enough is actually the same alloy we use, or America uses in its gold coins today, which is kind of interesting. So we will put that to one side again. And next up, of course, we have our Golden Jubilee half sovereign with the coat of arms of the House of Windsor here, which, again, it's throwing off the actual exposure on my camera and the autofocus is going mad. And if we turn this over here, we have Ian Rank Broadley's portrait of Elizabeth II. This is a proof-like, so it's probably not actually showing up very well on my camera, but I will endeavour to try and tilt it properly. That is not working at all, is it? Trust me, it does actually look better in my hand than it does on camera. I'm going to have to get some better lighting on this, I think. We'll try that maybe another time. Then, of course, we have this coin here, which is the the Platinum Jubilee Full Sovereign. Again, another coin I purchased during that big rush. I'm really a fan of this coin. I think it's got a really nice reverse design here. And again, this is another Jody Clark obverse. Again, this looks way better in my hands than it does on this thing here, and I think that's probably just because it's a proof-like, so it's very reflective. I'm just realising, though, we are missing someone. Let me just get that out. We're actually going to put these graded coins back into place, I think. Or back into their box. This is, of course, the UK box. You can hear me putting things in the background. This coin is definitely not going to show up very well on camera because of how small the design on it is. We have the Queen Elizabeth II Memorial Quarter Sovereign in MS69 deep proof-like condition. And of course, this was the first quarter sovereign to have Martin Jennings' portrait of King Charles III on it, which is genuinely really nice. Again, this is becoming a bit of a running gag, isn't it? But trust me, again, it does look very nice in my hand. I'm currently looking at this from above the camera, and honestly, it's very cool. I believe Jody Clark actually worked on the reverse design for this one too. And of course, he also worked on the reverse design for the Platinum Jubilee series, which is quite cool. So we will put that there. And we're going to end off with a coin which I didn't actually show you guys when I introduced it. I just showed it in its box. It's another proof coin. This is the first proof with King Charles on it that I own. So we're going to put this into place here. Again, for the last time, it's Benedetto Pastrucci's illustration or engraving or sculpture of St. George and the Dragon. And we have Martin Jennings' portrait of Charles III. And actually, because this is a proof and it has cameo, it's not reflective all the way over, I can actually show you what this design looks like. Honestly, I really like it. I think it's really nice. And actually, now that we have this in view, I might as well show it off in comparison with Stephen, I'm going to completely butcher that, Versace's portrait of Charles III as well. So these are actually different designs, and I believe Australia has actually come out with its own portrait design as well for use on its bullion coins and circulating coins. I'm going to have to look into that because, of course, this being the year when a lot of designs were changed over, I would like to collect as many as I can. So I'm going to put that back over here. And I guess I might as well pick up my gold dollar again because now's the time to discuss where this collection is going to go. I don't really have a plan or a comprehensive plan for where this is going to head. I'm actually currently working towards obtaining enough money to go to Japan, because I would love to do that, especially after my trip to America. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I've been holding myself back from doing it for years. All I need is money, and that's why I'm pushing so hard to find a job to actually pay for enough for it to work. So I want something that pays at least as well as my last one. But after collecting this coin, I realised that I also want to invest a little bit more into my gold collection. I'm by no means a professional stacker, as I'm sure you guys are aware. This is definitely way smaller than it could have been if I focused all of the money I was putting into silver into gold instead. But seeing this coin and getting the interest in pre-1933 gold has made me very interested in continuing to expand my collection of pre-1933s. So the next stage up from here, after collecting the Type 2 and Type 3, would be to go to the Quarter Eagle, then the $3 coin, the Half Eagle, the Full Eagle, the Double Eagle. That's going to take some time, especially since Double Eagles are quite expensive, being priced around the same amount as a full ounce of gold, because they are close to that in weight. But I guess that is for another time. We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. As I said in my last video, I don't think I'm going to afford something of this magnitude for a while, at least until I'm actually working again. So for now, that is more or less where I can end this video. This has been a view of the state of the gold stack in May 2024. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm RCT3 Crashes 100. Over and out.